hackers, and hello you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a can of Wormholes adventure. There might be a little bit of echo. I've turned the sound down, but I don't have my headphones on today because they didn't charge. So we're having to do this live. Less than ideal, but we'll live it. It's fine. We'll get over it. We're a quarter of the way through. Well, we don't want all this wispy, do we? Speaking of things I didn't charge the light. That is bad. Let's try this one. Perhaps this one is charged. It is wonderful. Cool. Just what I wanted. So we can see you can see the end of it right there. So we can see how close we are. But we have an unfinished level here, so I guess we should do that unfinished level. So, what are we trying to achieve? Of course we can do this as well. If you want. So, we need enough pellets to become... We need 3 more pellets. So we need 4 pellets all in all. That gets me 2. Need 1 more. And I'm unsure how to cut them in such a way that you'd get them. No idea. Okay. There's definitely more to it than that. Okay. We can do this at least. I feel like that's not enough. Oh, it is. Never mind. Thank you, Insight, then. We'll keep going forwards. I'm sure the problematic levels will come to us eventually. Too short to be able to be our own. Obviously, we can do that. We need to make lots of pellets. This won't make any because it will divide it the wrong side. Hmm. Fine. Oh, hello, Screams. Ooh, yeah, it has been a while. I'm playing a puzzle game with puzzles in. Would you like to see? Unfortunately, I don't have headphones on right now. Also, apparently, I don't know how to talk. But what I'll do, I did this last time. So anytime anyone watching the YouTube videos might get cut that out, John. Anyone watching the YouTube video might get annoyed, but I don't mind doing it. I'll show the start of the game again. It'll give me a good excuse to sort of do some practice. This is a whole can of wormholes. There is possibly a worm in some sort of worm network, travelling along, eating pellets possibly, until they encounter. You can see the tubes out there. A tennis ball, and everything goes wrong. No. The worms have turned the wrong way. I should use this opportunity to grab my cup of tea as well. I need the colours to work again. Colours, work again. There we go. What you do is you put the pellets into the can. That's how you fill a can full of wormholes. Everyone knows that. I believe we'll find out what happens to the worms pretty soon. I'm looking very orange. You know what? This red is probably doing it. Let's change that to blue. That might help. There we go. Very shiny can. We are now a can. I'm going to have to break our... But there we go. We've broken out. Everyone, as everyone knows, you can launch wormholes by just pressing the A button. There's a worm there. He didn't appreciate the worm. And he's going to help me out. There you go. Now you're fixing the wire. Thanks, worm. It's kind of a confusing start, but like having played quite a lot of the game now, it makes a lot more sense. Let's put this battery in here. That'll open the door. Thanks, worm. We're going to go there. There's some more worms here. But, there we go. Thanks, worm. I was facing the wrong way, obviously. And if we go into here, we're going to load the rocket ship with the rocket fuel. And by rocket fuel, I clearly mean worm juice. So this is... See, now I get to be a worm. The worm juice went into the worm carcass thing. I'm not really sure what that is. And every single level introduces a brand new idea. So if this level's too difficult for me, I can gain some insight. And it'll be like, you go into the holes. That's how you do the levels. So thanks. Thanks, game. I'll do just that. And sort of Sokoban-esque. There we go. And we can now put the worm juice into the rocket ship. we're obviously going to want to go in the rocket ship. Thanks, Worm. And who knows to what lands the rocket ship will take us. Oh, it's too heavy. I'm sorry, Worm. You have to go. We'll come back for you, though. Thanks, pal. Ooh, yeah. And as you know, we feed baby birds worms. I don't, but baby birds' mums do, I think. But I'm not going to do that. And the worms are like, oh my word, there you go, you get legs now. Lovely. Is this where we broke out? I'm not sure. It could have been. And here it is. Now we can launch wormholes like that. And we want those sigils. We need to fill them with worm juice. And of course, every new level has a new idea. I don't need to do the insight, but it's right here. It's that worms can. You only need one bit of worm to be on the ground, so you can very clearly just dodge around, get the sigil, fill it with delicious worm juice, like so. Gonna help ourselves one worm at a time. So this introduces a new idea, which is so I press the way I press directions. Obviously, the worm follows its own body. But if I get into a situation like this and I reverse, then you can reverse. You can go backwards. You can back that ass up, I think is the phrase. I'm not really sure how that works with worms, but either way, we are now in possession of more delicious worm juice. And by doing that, yeah, so you can actually trap ourselves. There's no way of doing that. I can't remember what the insight is for this level. Is that we sort of, yeah, we want to be facing downwards, I think. I don't know if that's too much effort for me. Although I have since learned things. There we go. We did that at the wrong place. We want our tail to be facing the wrong way, so we want to curve like... No, we want to curve a different way. We want to curve like that. And then eventually the tail will be facing the correct direction for me to back up. And see if we gain the insight, it will show it there. So maneuvering is quite important in these wormlands. There you get free. Only one of the wormhole. So that trick I did before, I know specifically because of this particular level. Because you have to do it to turn yourself around, and then you can do that and get to the other side. And you can actually get the insight right before you finish the level if you want. If you want to show off, this is where the game teaches you how to do that particular maneuver if you needed it. Let's take a sip of delicious worm juice. And the door has gone. You have enough worm juice. Oh my, yes. We have a new insight. Which is, it's like Snake. If you eat all the pellets, you get longer. Which isn't going to help us out on this level, because clearly we need to conform to this particular pattern, and we're too big now. We're too big. There's a small version. So we're going to have to restart. I don't know how many we need, but let's try that many. You know what? Perfect. So this one... So if you grab this, you can still get out. If you, we're still not big enough to grab that one. So we need like one of these. Then we can get out. There's enough room, but I think we're still too small. How many do we need? 3. The rest of them. But if we do this, I think we might be trapped. But we can do this. Turn around. And it's like a simple version of the level there. Actually, there's probably a way of doing it. It doesn't matter, I've done this level now. Thank you for the clip. How have you been? As I redo these levels. Yeah, this one's kind of important because you trap yourself. But there's a little bit of insight, which is the back of the worm actually can push things. So I can actually conform everything any way I like. So if we get that out of the way, maybe that's enough room to escape. Possibly. Yeah. Oh shit, that sounds really bad. I mean, one of those sounds really bad, good, and one of those sounds really bad. I read the second one first to be extra confusing. No, we got one too many. It's gonna maybe. Let's move those out of the way. There we go. And I'm only doing. It's why I like having these light sources, because they're very good in power cuts as well. And you know, just lots of things that can help in those sorts of situations. I can't stream in a power cut though. Right, we're almost at a gimmick. We're managing to do these pretty quickly. So you see this level, I need to be 4 to finish the level. So 2 of those are superfluous. Which means we want to create a path. And the path will have to be... in a straight line. Like so. And we're taught how to do that there. stocking up on our worm juice. We can also just yeet our can if we want. Occasionally comes in handy. I'm going to start skipping levels because I'm just trying to show off. But you get the idea. But we can go into different zones, like this one here. We get new types of worms that'll help us out. We have a new gimmick, which is now we have whatever this is, and we need them also to go in the holes. And that is the incorrect answer, because crap. We were in the way then. We are still in the way. We cannot push into ourselves. There we go. I don't actually know how you get out though. Can we just go around like this? Yeah, we can. Okay, so. And you can see the same premise here. Done. A little bit easier. Ooh. Been a while since anyone pressed that.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
Right. I'm going to use this opportunity to just load up. See, I got a lot further that time. The actual game we're on. We're 25% of the way through. We now have these Christmas worms. But if you manage to... If you manage to get to the front... Also, there's a map. You can find these computers. And they'll allow you to move about, like so. And discover new worms in the world. And the shape of the world changes because just so happens we're in a giant worm. Now, let's see if we can finish this level. I was stuck on it before. It's neat. Just some random forum post was just like, hey, people might like this game. And, I thought I did this. Okay, so the gimmick is that the pellets will actually make me too long. So I cannot pick up any pellets. So we're going to have to reverse to get any. I swear I did this. Well, the first turn has to be... In fact, if you go there, you can't even get out. So the first has to be there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be all the way to the bottom. So we'll do that. There we go, and we can push this out the way. Then we can push this one out the way. Maybe I did like a different version of this level. Yeah, that just traps me. Have I definitely not done this level? No, I have done that level. Okay. What I didn't realise is you can turn the actual levels turn as well, which is a strange gimmick. There we go. If you need it to be flat, it can be flat. So this, if... Oh yeah, this level. So you are too small to go through there. So if you pick up the pellet, which will make you long enough to go through there, you're too long to get in. Which means we need to be able to move this pellet to that position there, or any of those positions, but... And the insight is the same thing. It's, the insight has apparently made it easier for me to figure this out. But if I do this, you see, you need to... When you pick up a pellet, your worm needs enough room to extend. And right now it doesn't, so I'm carrying the pellet. But if I turn, suddenly I do. So I have no idea how to do this level. I've actually spent ages trying to get this level working. Because if you try like a subtly different shape, you kind of need a... I figured it out that you needed a curve. Particular type of curve. Yeah, it needed to be like... Needed to turn away, and you could force that by going towards and away, I guess. So we could try towards and away like that. So yeah. So I can get that scenario. In fact, it is even possible to eat your own tail, and you make yourself a solid block. And I got an achievement for that. But I have not been able to finish this level, and I'm not going to try right now. I didn't mean to quit. I'm so angry I'm just leaving the game now. That's not what I meant to do. We're just going to go to a different level. We'll try this one again. Oh, I didn't mean to have fun times with these, but thanks game for letting me do it again, I guess. Okay, well, I just wanted to go in there, to be honest. So these levels are... Oh yeah, so a little bit of extra insight, I guess. Which is you can actually... I'm not sure how to describe what's going on now, but you can do this. You can conform to these shapes. But if I do it there, I cannot leave, because I've got no way to back up. And if I do it there, it'll just bounce into the wrong place. But like... This one is just not a leavable place. This one, however... You can totally do that if you want. Basically, what you're trying to do is not that. You kind of vaguely get the idea. You have to finish the levels, I need just this out of the way. And the only way to get that out of the way, well, you can't get that out of the way, basically, because if you're on the other side, you've already won the level. So you just need to generate a path. And you can make paths quite easily by doing this. There you go, you can just walk off the edge. I can't even get on that one. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Okay, I pushed it one too many times. Not sure what I was expecting there. It needs a clear path to end. Can't do that because it'll just push that in there. I need to be able to flip this slightly to the left, basically. So to do that, I need this in a better place. But I don't know how to hook it. Can always do that. Anyway. Nothing's immediately springing to mind, so I'm going to just move on to a different place. I would quite like to, but I've got 50 minutes to actually do some levels. So we have a new gimmick here, which is we can cut things in half with this fence. And if we do it in the right place... you can actually make pellets, because it turns out which is cannibalizing other worms. And we kind of need to do that, but like I'm not sure if that's enough. And that's only going to work. Like, that's not going to make us long enough. So this is what I was working on. You can also go that way, which will flip us like that. Why would I want to do that? I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, even the inside I wasn't sure. Oh, hang on, you can do that. That's close enough. So they're getting quite hard now. And we're still very early on in the game. We'll be right back as well, actually. Hold on. Let's drink some tea as well.